So we will start with our second verse today of very first chapter. Before going ahead, we read first verse yesterday. Dhṛtarāṣṭra uvacha dharmashetre kurukshetre samvetayuyutsavah mamakaha Pāṇḍavascha kim kurvata Sañjaya. Would you like to share the summary, Mataji, of what we learned yesterday? Yes.
Yes. Well, it was significant, the place of the battle. It was a sacred pilgrimage spot.
Which
And
place? Am I audible now?
you wanted more summary, longer?
I was not able to hear anything. So you were saying about a place which was very pious, and I was asking which place was that?
Oh, you're cutting in and out a little bit.
Wait, let me change my location. Give me 1 minute.
Okay, this sounds better now.
Yes. Now please speak whatever summary you were summarizing.
Mm-hmm. So the summary basically for the first verse is that it's setting the scene, and it mentioned that this battlefield was not normally a battlefield. It was a sacred pilgrimage site, a very holy place. And given that it was a holy place, the virtue of Arjuna would work well for him, of course, with Krishna. And the Dhṛṭra was already scared, himself, because he wasn't a holy man. So that is what I found most significant from this first verse. I think it's what it was trying to say.
Yes, so basically, Dhṛtarāṣṭra said that on the battlefield, which is Dharmashetra means place of pilgrimage named Kurukshetra. So he was asking to Sañjaya that, "Oh Sañjaya, my sons and the sons of Pandu, so they have assembled at the battlefield for what purpose? What are they doing?" So this was his inquiry. And we discussed about the deep reason behind why he was asking this. And interestingly, in whole Bhagavad Gita, Dhṛtarāṣṭra asked this just one question, and now Sañjaya will keep on going. Sañjaya will keep on saying. Okay, perfect. Now we will move to our second verse. Please sing after me. Sañjaya Uvacha.
Sañjaya Uvacha.
Drishtva tu Pandavanikam.
Drishtu Pandavanikam.
Vyudam Duryodhanastada.
Yudam Duryodhanastada.
Acharyam upasangamya.
Acharyam Busangamaya.
Raja vachanam abravit.
Raja Vachana Abravit.
Okay. Now synonyms. Sañjaya Uvacha.
Sañjaya Uvacha.
Sañjaya said.
Sañjaya said.
Drishtva.
Drishva.
After seeing.
After seeing.
Tu but.
To but.
Pandavanikam.
Pandavanikam.
The soldiers of the Pandavas.
The soldiers of the Pāṇḍavas.
Vyudam.
Yudam.
Arranged in a military phalanx.
Arranged in a military phalanx.
Duryodhana.
Duryodhana.
King Duryodhana.
King Duryodhana.
Tada.
Tada.
At that time.
At that time.
Acharyam.
Acharyam.
The teacher.
The teacher.
Upsangamya.
Upsanganyam.
Approaching.
Approaching.
Raja the king.
Raja the king.
Vachanam words.
Vachanam words.
Abravit spoke.
Abravit spoke.
Beautiful. So you will see it's like, in nursery or, very small kids, they speak rhymes or something like that after teacher. Just like that we are doing. But this is the standard of reading Bhagavad Gita, that first we read the verse, then the word meanings, and then translation, and then purports. So yes.
Beautiful.
Okay, please read the translation.
Sañjaya said, "O king, after looking over the army arranged in military formation by the sons of Pandu, King Duryodhana went to his teacher and spoke the following words."
Yes, so Sañjaya said to whom?
He said to whom? The king.
Yes, Dhṛtarāṣṭra. He said to Dhṛtarāṣṭra because Dhṛtarāṣṭra asked the question. So yes, after looking over the armies arranged in the military formation by the sons of Pandu, King Duryodhana. Who is King Duryodhana? Son of Dhṛtarāṣṭra.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So he went to his teacher. His teacher is Droṇācārya. You can please note these names down because we will repeat these names again and again, and I will keep asking you. There will be quizzes every time, that who is this personality, who is that personality, so like that. So teacher of Duryodhana and Pandu, the sons of Pandu. all the 5 brothers. So Droṇācārya is the teacher of all these brothers. All the brothers took training from Droṇācārya. So he's the teacher of all the brothers. So Duryodhana, he saw his, he saw the military formation of the sons of Pandu. And after seeing that, he was surprised. Because, you know what? Although he took the army of Krishna, but then also at the side of Pandu, there were many people who were great warriors. So after seeing that, Duryodhana was surprised and he became fearful that, oh, what's that happening? So then he went to his teacher to speak something to him. What will he speak? That we'll see in next verse. But this verse is also very important. So please read the purport, and after reading every line, you can pause for some time so that we may discuss every line. So yes, please read.
Dhṛtarāṣṭra was blind from birth. Unfortunately, he was also bereft of spiritual vision. He knew very well that his sons were equally blind in the matter of religion, and he was sure that they could never reach an understanding with the Pāṇḍavas, who were all pious since birth.
Yes. So
Still,
he
he was
was
doubtful.
blind from his eyes, from his birth, but at the same time, he was also blind towards spirituality, towards religion, towards dharma. That's why, although, okay, he was attached with his son, but one should understand, even in attachment, we should always guide our sons or to whomsoever we are attached or to whomsoever we love. We should try to guide them on the right path, because only that way we can benefit that person, right? If we cannot even guide him, if we cannot even give him such knowledge to go on the right path of dharma, then he is actually it's false attachment, and that's actually not love, because he cannot benefit his own son. So this is like any mother or any father, if he sees his son is not on the right path, so it's his very duty that he guide him to walk on the right path. Very beautiful thing one should understand. Prabhupada tells this, that you will see animals can also give birth. They also give birth to their child or to their children, right? And they can also maintain them by feeding them food, or yeah, this is what they need actually, only food, and they do not have any shelter or something like that. But anyways, what we call that? What we call she dog in English? Bitch.
Yeah, it's not used so much anymore though. But yes.
Okay, let's use this word, she dog. So you will see she dog also give birth to her puppies, her kids, and she also feeds her puppies. And on the other hand, a mother who is human being, she has also given birth to her kid or father, and they are also feeding. Then what would be the difference between that she dog and that mother in human body? So it's very striking, isn't it? So it's not enough to just give birth and to, feed the kids. It is our very duty of human beings that they guide their children to walk on the right path. And here in Krishna consciousness, child, any person, if they are begetting the children, then it is for this purpose only, that they may teach that child to walk on this path of Krishna consciousness, or basically they teach that child that how he can get liberate from this cycle of birth and death. So one should understand, education means teaching someone how one can get liberated from this cycle of birth and death. This is real education. Whatever material education we are getting, this is not real education. This is binding us more in this material world. Real education is that we teach someone how they can get out of this cycle of birth and death. So if any person, if he cannot guide his child to walk on the path of dharma, then he has no right to raise any kid actually. It's mentioned in scripture that a person is not a guru, he's not a spiritual master, or he does not have any right to be mother or father or spiritual master if they cannot guide their disciple or kids to walk on the path of dharma, or basically to become a devotee of Lord. So yes, this is what we can see from Dhṛtarāṣṭra. He was blind from birth. He cannot see from his eyes, but he was also blind in spirituality. He was not able to guide his sons to walk on the path of dharma. Okay, please read ahead. Still he was doubt. I think you read. Yeah, read from here. Maybe from your book or from screen, however you
Still,
prefer.
Still, he was doubtful about the influence of the place of pilgrimage, and Sañjaya could understand his motive in asking about the situation on the battlefield. Sañjaya wanted, therefore, to encourage the despondent king, and thus assured him that his sons were not going to make any sort of compromise under the influence of the holy place. Sañjaya therefore informed the king that his son, Duryodhana, after seeing the military force of the Pāṇḍavas, at once went to the commander-in-chief, Droṇācārya, to inform him of the real position. Although Duryodhana is mentioned as the king, he still had to go to the commander on account of the seriousness of the situation.
Yes, so this is very interesting. Duryodhana was not yet a king, right? But then also, why is it mentioned King Duryodhana? Because he was, how to say that, like we see on some habits, a child, he is like his parents on certain habits. You get
Normally, you can just say he takes after his father.
Yes. So similarly, because Dhṛtarāṣṭra, he was bereft of spiritual vision, so same way Duryodhana was also like Dhṛtarāṣṭra. What you said, he was after his father.
Takes after.
Yes, so Duryodhana, he was taking after his father. Basically, he was similar like his father. So that's why here he is being addressed as king. Although he is not king yet, but because he was like his father, he was taking after his father, that's why he was addressed as king. So yes, and in next verse we will read that how Duryodhana, he was actually very much fearful, and to get rid of his fearfulness, he decided to go to his teacher and talk to him. So yes, Duryodhana is mentioned as the king. He still had to go to the commander on account of the seriousness of the situation. So this also shows that no matter on what designation a person is, he is helpless to do certain activities which he have to do. And he's bound to do that. You will see, can you observe this? Any person, whatever he is doing in this world, he is helpless to do that. One may, one may say that he is doing it by his own will. But suppose if any king, if he desires that it's okay, I will not rule now, so let it be. So is it possible if he does so, then he will not be the king? I mean, he will not be at that designation. His designation will be snatched. So from the designation of king, you can take any designation. If any person, he do not perform his activities or whatever duties he have to do, then his designation will be snatched from him. So in order to maintain his designation, person is helplessly doing those things. Have you ever thought about this? Suppose any person, people who are doing job. So I have talked with many people, they are working for many hours, but after talking to them, because I'm not doing job, so I say, oh, why are you doing so much austerity? You're working for so many hours. So they say, what to do? We have to work. We have to work. So this shows in their, how they are expressing it. It shows they are not enjoying it. They are just doing it because they have to do it to maintain their position or whatever things. So yes, this is the reality of this material world, that we have to do things to maintain our position or other things. Okay. He was therefore quite fit to be a politician, but Duryodhana's diplomatic veneer could not disguise the fear he felt when he saw the military arrangement of the Pandavas. So yes, Duryodhana was fearful. And you will see any negative emotion when a person feels in his heart, then in order to get relief from that negative emotion, he express it as anger. So next time, this is a lesson which we are getting from this verse. Next time, any person you see who is expressing his or her anger or any negative emotion, so we should always understand that inside he is suffering from some negativity in the form of fear or in the form of greed or maybe lust or stress. So now that negative emotion is coming out through his anger, through his or her anger. So instead of taking revenge or, instead of tit for tat, we should try to understand the situation. See, this is the difference between an ordinary person and a devotee. Devotee, he becomes more conscious and aware, and instead of reacting, he starts responding because he understands that how person is behaving, and if he's behaving certain way, that then what is the reason behind it. So yes, Duryodhana's diplomatic veneer could not disguise the fear he felt when he saw the military arrangement of the Pandavas. So here we have completed the second verse. I hope you get it. That Sañjaya, he said to Dhṛtarāṣṭra, I am summarizing it again so that you may summarize it tomorrow. So Sañjaya, he said to Dhṛtarāṣṭra that your son Duryodhana, after seeing the military formation of the sons by the sons of Pandu, he went to his teacher and he spoke the following words. Now, what are those following words? We can, let's see if we can do it. Shall we do it right now?
Sure.
Okay, let's do. So please sing after me. Pashyatam Panduputranam
Pashyatam Panduputranam
Acharyam Mahatim Chamum
Acharya Matahim Ksum
Vyudam Drupada
Yudra Putramatnum.
So, try to sing it because it's not very hard. Drupada Putrena. So try to read it. It's okay if you slow your speed, but try to sing in right pronunciation. Okay, it's not very difficult.
Okay.
It's very easy.
Okay.
Vyudham Drupada Putrena
Vyudam Drupada Putrena
Tava Shishena Dhimata.
Tava Shishena Dimata.
Okay, one more time. Pashyatam Panduputranam
Ashyitam Panduputranam
Acharyam Mahatim Chamum
Acharya Mahatim Chamum
Vyudham Drupada Putrena
Vyudam Drupada Putrena
Tava Shishyena Dhimata.
Tava Shishena Dimata.
Wow, beautiful. Very nice try. Okay. Pashya,
Pasha,
behold.
behold.
Etam, this.
Etam, this.
Panduputranam,
Panduputranam,
of the sons of Pandu.
of the sons of Pandu.
Acharya, O teacher.
Acharya, a teacher.
Mahatim, great.
Mahatim, great.
Chamum, military force.
Chamum, military force.
Vyudham, arranged.
Vyudam, arranged.
Drupad Putrena,
Drupad Putrena,
by the son of Drupad.
by the sons of Drupad.
So Drupad is the father of Draupadi, and Draupadi is the wife of the sons of Pandu. Do you remember the story that Arjuna, ideally, Draupadi was the wife of Arjuna, but because her mother said whatever any brother was possessing, so her mother was always habitual of saying that you distribute all the brothers, you distribute among yourself. Okay, so in order to maintain harmony and stuff like that. But on that day, Mother Kunti, the mother of all the Pandus, she was not aware that Arjun has came with her wife. So without knowing this, she said that, okay, whatever you get, you just distribute it among your brothers. And at that time, whatever anyone may say, that one have to follow. One cannot take their words back. So when Mother Kunti said, they had to do it. So like that. So Drupad is the father of Draupadi, and Draupadi is the wife of the Pandus. Tava, your.
Tava, your.
Shishyena, disciple.
Shishina, disciple.
Dhimata, very intelligent.
Dhimata, very intelligent.
Okay, now please read the translation.
O my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada.
Yes. Now see, Bhagavad Gita is very deep, although we may read it, so it may be, sound like ordinary thing. But Acharyas have elaborated these translations. And this is what Prabhupada is doing, and this is what other Acharyas, other teachers did. So please read the purport, we will understand, and make sure to pause after every line.
Duryodhana, a great diplomat, wanted to point out the defects of Droṇācārya, the great Brahmana commander-in-chief.
Yes, so see, at that time, Kshatriyas, like Pandu, Kauravas, they were to take training of education or whatever, training of using the weapons they would take. So they had to take it from a Brahmana. Brahmana is always a teacher who teaches not for the money, but who teaches for the so that other people may benefit. And of course, if we are taking any education or training from a Brahmana, so he will not ask for any money or anything, but it is one's duty, disciples' duty, that they may, for the sake of gratitude, for showing gratitude, they may give some donation or whatever thing to his teacher. So yeah, Brahmana means a teacher, and at that time they took training from Droṇācārya, who was the great Brahmana commander-in-chief. Now you can see he wanted to point out the defects of Droṇācārya because he was fearful, and that fear came out as anger. So in that anger, now he was wanting to point out the defects of his own teacher, which is really not good. This is not good etiquette, that from whom you took the education or training, and now you are pointing out the defects of your own teacher. This is really not a proper etiquette. But because Duryodhana, he was not walking on the path of dharma and everything adharma in his life, so that's why he was showing such behavior. Okay, move on. Read ahead. Droṇācārya. From here.
Droṇācārya had some political quarrel with King Drupada, the father of Draupadi, who was Arjuna's wife.
Yes.
As a result
Now,
of this quarrel,
wait. What political quarrel did Droṇācārya had with King Drupada? So yes, here comes a story, very beautiful story. Drupad and Droṇācārya were friends in their childhood. They took training from the same ashrama. That time school or colleges were not there. There were ashramas where students were living and they were getting training or education. So Droṇācārya and King Drupad was best friends. Not best friends, but they were friends because they were in same ashrama. So now Droṇācārya, because he was a Brahmana and definitely he was not earning money. Brahmana at that time, right now, there are so-called Brahmanas. They are also working. They are also earning money. They are also speaking scriptures or whatever things. But a true Brahmana will never do business or any job. His only business is to give education. So because Droṇācārya was a Brahmana, so he was poor. He was not wealthy. And because of this reason, because he was not wealthy, so he was feeding his own son the liquid of flour, wheat flour. He was dissolving wheat flour in water, and he was feeding that liquid to his son, telling him that this is milk. Because he was poor and he could not afford milk, so that's why he was feeding his own son that liquid. So later, he thought that I could go to my friend. He's king, and for king, it's king is always someone who is always open to help or to give donation because he's king. So he thought, let me go to Drupad and ask for help. He's my friend, he's also my friend and also a king. So definitely he would help me. So later when Droṇācārya went to his kingdom, so all of his servants, they saw that who is this poor man has came here. He has worn very dirty clothes. Our clothes are also, they are not in good condition. So who is this? So later Droṇācārya said that, oh, I am friend of Drupad. You please go and call him and tell him that his friend has came. Now Drupad, because he was king, so he was feeling ashamed that, oh, how can he say in public that he's my friend? How can any poor man be my friend? So he was feeling very ashamed. So later when he went to meet him, so he offended him. Drupad offended Droṇācārya so much. So because of this, conflicts arise, and from that day, Droṇācārya was very hurt. So, yes, you will also see same story comes in Krishna book. You will read it. Krishna also had a friend, Sudama, and he was also a Brahmana. And they were also friends in childhood. But now Krishna was king. Krishna is God and he's also king now. And Sudama was again, he was poor because he was a Brahmana. And he also promised Krishna that he will never ask for any help from him. Help in sense, any material help, he will never ask. Sudama promised this to Krishna. But his wife of Sudama, was always telling to Sudama that you go and ask your friend Krishna, he's so rich, so he may definitely help us. Sudama was this much poor that he has not had enough food to eat, and he has 5 children, so it was very difficult for him to maintain everything. So yes, then later he visited to the kingdom of Krishna in Dwarka. That time Krishna was residing in Dwarka, and there when he went and he informed that I have came. Let me show you a photo of Krishna when he met Sudama. Very beautiful photo. Probably you will also see that in Krishna book. Prabhupada might have put it. Have you started reading Krishna book?
No, not yet.
This human form of life is running the time is running very fast, and we should not think much. So see this beautiful photo of Krishna when he, I think you can already see this. So this is Krishna. Can you see the photo?
Oh, my screen is being strange. It's minimized. Just a moment. Yes, now I see. Beautiful.
Yes. So this is Krishna, and he was very, very happy. He was very, very joyful when he heard that, oh, my childhood friend has came to meet me. Wow. And see how he's respecting him. this Sudama, he was feeling very ashamed that, oh, what Krishna is doing, he's washing my feet. But this is tradition that whenever a Brahmana comes to home, we should always wash their feet and offer them nice offerings, basically. So Krishna, because he was king, he was Kshatriya, so he was also doing his dharma. Basically, he was showing with his own behavior. He's God. But yes, Sudama, he was feeling ashamed that, oh, Krishna, what he's doing. But just look at Krishna. Krishna was so much happy, and he was feeling certain emotions in his heart about Sudama. I mean, I can also not express this in words, that what Krishna was feeling, because Krishna only know that. But yes, he was very happy when he saw that Sudama has came. And this is Rukmini, wife of Krishna. So see, she is also serving Sudama. So it's a big story, but I have told you in brief. I was basically trying to differentiate between the behavior of Drupad and the behavior of Krishna, the God, because he is God. So please understand this. Krishna is always loving to each and everyone. Even, any impersonalist or atheist who has always denied the existence of God, even if he turns towards Krishna, towards God, then Krishna would forgive all of his mistakes of offending Krishna, of offending God. He would forgive him. We should try to observe these things, that actually when we were not following Krishna consciousness, we were also living a sinful life. Actually, I can say about myself, I was definitely not living very pious life. And then also Krishna, he forgiven. So he's very forgiving, he's very loving. So everyone should definitely take his shelter. He's very nice because he's God. And yes, God should be like this only. So yes. So, so this was the reason of political quarrel. And what happened later? Droṇācārya, he went to his disciples, Kauravas and Pāṇḍavas. And I'm sharing these stories because these stories are important. Every story is important to know in deep, because whatever topics we will read further, so that would be understood, because we will understand story here. So later Droṇācārya, he went to his disciples Kauravas and Pāṇḍavas, and he said to his disciples that you have to go now. You are trained enough and you can fight, because business of Kshatriya is to fight in battles. This is just like you will see in armies, army man is always for fighting with his enemies. So Droṇācārya, he said to his disciples, so now you are trained enough and you have to fight a battle with Drupada. And just go and fight, and in return, after winning the battle, Drupada will lose, and you need to ask him for the kingdom, basically some cities, some part of kingdom. You need to ask for that. So Kauravas, they were fearful that how can we fight with so much potent Drupada. Drupada is very potent, he has many army. So how can we fight with Drupada? But Pāṇḍavas, they were not fearful, they were fearless, and they said, even if they were not fearless or fearful, but because their teacher, their master told him something, instructed them something, so it was their duty to follow the instructions of the master. This is the quality of a pious person, that he will always be obedient. So later they went and fight the battle with Drupada and they won. So this was the reason of the political quarrel. Later Drupada became even more envious with Droṇācārya. So yes. So Drupad was in the party of Arjuna, the Pandavas. And Droṇācārya was in the party of Kauravas. Okay. So yes, Droṇācārya had some political quarrel with King Drupada, the father of Draupadi, who was Arjuna's wife. So as a result of this quarrel, Drupada performed a great sacrifice by which he received the benediction of having a son who would be able to kill Droṇācārya. Now again, this ever goes. One person, if he's competing and if he loses, then again to take revenge, he will again compete. Then again to take revenge, that will compete. So this ever goes. This is ever going. So now again, Drupada, he was envious of Droṇācārya. So he, in order to kill Droṇācārya, he performed a great sacrifice, and in a benediction, he received a son as benediction. Are you with me? Or is it going too much heavy? Yes. So Drupada, he had a son as benediction after performing a great sacrifice for the sake of killing Droṇācārya. Now see, this is the quality of a true Brahman. Although Droṇācārya knew this perfectly well, what? That Drupada has raised a son, or he had a son as a benediction to kill Droṇācārya. But then also, because he was a Brahmana, and yet as a liberal Brahmana, he did not hesitate to impart all his military secrets when the son of Drupada, Dhṛṣṭadyumna, so this is the name of the son of Drupada, was entrusted to him for military education. So Dhṛṣṭadyumna, the son of Drupada, he went to Droṇācārya and asked him that, oh, you please train me, you are amazing teacher, you please accept me as your disciple and train me also how to use the weapons and all the military secrets. So because Droṇācārya was a Brahmana and he could not refuse, and also he was not hesitant of his own life that he may die if he will, teach Drupada. Okay, tell me, if you were at the place of Droṇācārya, what would you do? You will say, oh, no, I will save my life.
I don't think I would tell my secrets. I think I would maybe keep my secrets.
Yes. Any person would, think that why would I tell him my secrets? I would save my life. I mean, if I will teach him the secrets, then he will kill me in future. But Droṇācārya was not hesitant. So, yes. Now, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Dhṛṣṭadyumna took the side of the Pāṇḍavas. Now this Dhṛṣṭadyumna, the son of Drupada, he was at the side of Pāṇḍavas. And it was he who arranged for their military phalanx. So Dhṛṣṭadyumna was responsible to arrange the military for the Pāṇḍavas after having learned the art from Droṇācārya. So now Dhṛṣṭadyumna was expert and he knew how to arrange these things. So yes, and Duryodhana pointed out this mistake of Droṇācārya's so that he might be alert and uncompromising in the fighting. So Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan has wrote a beautiful commentary on this verse. We will definitely read that tomorrow, where how Duryodhana, he is speaking, what all things he's speaking to the Droṇācārya. We will definitely discuss that in detail tomorrow. So are you getting? Duryodhana pointed out this mistake of Droṇācārya. Okay. So we read at first that he wanted to point out the defects of Droṇācārya, his own teacher. So he pointed out this mistake of Droṇācārya, that see, what he said, your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada, has expertly arranged the military for Pandavas. So here what he wanted to say, the double meaning, that your disciple is intelligent, but you are foolish. You were not intelligent enough to understand that whatever education you're giving to that person, he may use it to kill to you, or he may use it to oppose you. But you were not intelligent enough to understand this. But see, your student, your disciple is so intelligent, how cleverly he is using his skills which he learned from you, the art which he learned from you. So your disciple is intelligent, but you are foolish. And definitely Droṇācārya, because he was a Brahmana, he was very intelligent. Brahmana means intelligent. Brahmana has to be intelligent. That's why he's a Brahmana, he's a teacher. So definitely he could understand the double meaning of Duryodhana, what he wanted to say. So, yes. So he was trying to agitate Droṇācārya by saying such harsh words to him, so that he may stay alert and he may not compromise in the fighting. Why? Because you should understand, you should know, Arjuna was the favorite student of Droṇācārya, because Arjuna was very skillful. He was very skillful artist, expert in playing, not playing, but in using the, what we call it, bow, arrow, right? What we call
Archery.
it? Yes, archery. He was expert in
Archery.
that. He was expert in that, yes. So again, one more story will come here, but our time is up. So maybe we will continue it tomorrow, because this verse is not completed yet. We will also read the commentary of Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan tomorrow. It's very interesting commentary. You will love it. But I hope you were able to
Wonderful.
relish today's discussion. So much
Yes.
deep, right? The translation is of just one line, but see the depth of the translation of the one line. So yeah, Bhagavad Gita is very deep. And it's like mix stories, philosophy, and drama, everything will come. So it would not only be philosophy, which we learned in introduction. So it would be very interesting. Okay. So
Many characters to keep straight. I really have to think about it.
Yes, please. And make sure to read it again before going to bed. And also prepare your summary. And I will also post the quizzes today. Now the quizzes would be little difficult. Probably it would not be MCQs. But not difficult, because you're hearing nicely. So it will not be difficult. In school time, I heard that exam is difficult for that person who has not studied. But if anyone has studied nicely, the exam is very easy for you, for that person or student. Yes, you were saying something?
I was just going to say, today's my first day going to temple.
Wow. At what time will you be going?
We will leave there in about 4 hours from now.
Okay, you're going with devotees?
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. please connect
Mm.
with me on Telegram. I will tell you certain things which you can take from temple. Okay?
Okay.
That will help you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. We will stop here now. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. See you tomorrow.
Yes.